When I was a kid, my twin brother and I found something that loved to kill. I did everything I could to make it go the fuck away. But it had other plans.
Oh, that's odd. I don't remember locking this.
You wouldn't happen to remember if my aunt had a wind-up toy monkey at the yard sale?
Oh, not a cherished childhood memory now, was it?
No, 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 no! The coroner said it was an accident, but it was no accident. It was a monkey.
Everything okay up there?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Hello, brother.
Bill.
The monkey that likes killing our family. It's back. It must be vanquished.
Why don't you vanquish it, huh, Bill? Wait! We have been chosen to witness its power over life and death.
The toy monkey?
It's evil. It's basically the devil.
Everybody dies. And that's life.
Oh, fuck.
I want you to imagine this with me. A harmless little toy, a wind-up monkey with tiny cymbals that go clang, clanks, clang. Now tell me, how can something so ordinary become the very thing that carries death wherever it goes? This, my dears, is the curse of the monkey, one of Stephen King's darkest tales. The Monkey is based on a short story by horror legend Stephen King, first published in 1980, later collected in Skeleton Crew. The film version was written and directed by Osgood Perkins, released February 21st, 2025. The story begins with twin brothers, Hal and Bill Shelburne, who as children discover their father's old toy monkey in the attic. A simple wind-up toy, but every time its cymbals bang, death follows. As kids, Hal and Bill witness horrors. Their babysitter dies mysteriously. Their mother, Lois, collapses. Hal tries to stop the curse. He throws the monkey down a well. He even destroys it. But evil things don't end that easily. Years pass. The brothers drift apart. Hal has a son, Petey. Bill lives with guilt and obsession. Then the monkey returns. Unexplainable deaths erupt again. Even when the toy seems broken, buried, locked away, it always finds a way to come back. The film opens with a chilling scene. A captain walks into a shop, his clothes soaked in blood. In his hand, he carries a broken monkey toy. The shopkeeper, shocked, asks him, "What happened to you? And why is this toy broken?" The captain replies with relief, "Thank God, it's not doing anything." But before his words even settle, the monkey suddenly begins to clash its cymbals. And then strange, terrifying things happen inside the shop. A rat cuts a rope, objects shift, and in the blink of an eye, an arrow flies straight into the shopkeeper, killing him instantly. He doesn't even get a chance to scream. This proves the horrible truth. The monkey is cursed. Every time it plays the drum, someone dies. The captain knows this very well. Tired of this deadly game, he decides to burn the monkey. But even as it burns, the toy lets out a strange, sinister laugh, almost as if this isn't the end, but only the beginning of something worse. The captain mutters, "I am leaving behind a big problem for my children." The story jumps forward to the year 1999. We meet two twin brothers, Hal and Bell, the captain's sons. After their father's death, they live with their mother, who is too busy with work. The boys are curious about their father, but their mother avoids the subject. One day, searching through his belongings, they discover a box inside. His military uniform, but that's not all. They also find the same cursed monkey from the beginning. On the box, it says, "Win the key and see what happens." Bell convinces Hal to test it. Hal inserts the key, but nothing seems to happen. Thinking it's broken, they ignore it and leave. But the truth is far darker. That same evening, the family goes to Life's Kitchen restaurant. Sitting in the car, Hal notices something impossible. The monkey is back, sitting there, even though he locked it in the box. He ignores it, and they go inside. While eating, Hal hears a familiar, terrifying sound, the monkey's drum. He knows it's impossible. The toy was left in the car. But suddenly, a chef's knife flies across the room, cutting straight through their nanny's neck. She dies instantly. Everyone calls it an accident, but Hal knows better. The boys are shattered. At the funeral, their mother tries to comfort them, explaining that death comes unannounced. But Hal is convinced the monkey is behind this. At home, he confronts the toy. As he argues, Belle teases him and mocks his fears, even spreading the haunted monkey story at school, turning Hal into a joke. Furious, Hal returns home one day, winds the toy, and says in anger, "Kill my brother." But fate plays a cruel twist. Instead of Belle, their mother collapses in the kitchen, blood pouring from her eyes, ears, and nose. Doctors call it a brain hemorrhage, but Hal knows it was the monkey. In grief and rage, he smashes it with a hammer. Yet the next morning, the monkey is whole again. Belle, meanwhile, is traumatized. He doesn't change out of his mother's funeral clothes for days. Finally, their uncle arrives to take custody. Hal confesses the truth to Belle, that it was his fault. The monkey kills every time its key is wound. Belle refuses to believe. He challenges Hal to prove it. Hal winds the key again. At that same moment, their uncle falls from his horse, trampled to death. Now Belle has no choice but to accept the truth. They bury the monkey deep in the ground. For a while, peace returns. The story leaps 25 years ahead. Hal, now a storekeeper, lives estranged from Belle. He fears the monkey's curse and avoids his brother to prevent its return. Divorced, he visits his son Pete, only to learn his ex-wife wants custody. With little time left, Hal takes Pete, who once sheltered the boys, faces the monkey's wrath. She hears strange noises, follows them to her basement, and becomes trapped. A gas leak ignites. Her face burns, and finally, a billboard impales her head. That night, Hal has a nightmare, his mother's twisted, ghostly face, and the monkey's cymbals echoing. Then, after decades, his phone rings. It's Belle. The monkey has returned, and death has begun again. In the motel, Hal witnesses a horrific accident. A girl electrocuted in a pool. He realizes the curse has grown stronger. Even mentioning the monkey now triggers death. Soon, Hal and Pete return to their aunt's old home, where her belongings are being auctioned. Among them, the monkey. As Hal investigates, another gruesome accident occurs, confirming the curse. But here's the twist. The monkey isn't missing. Belle has it. He's kept it all these years, treating it as a friend. His house is filled with traps, waiting for Hal. He blames Hal for all their family's deaths. In flashbacks, we see Belle once tried to dig up the monkey, but only found its key. For years, he searched, and finally, he recovered it during the auction. Belle lures Pete, forces him to wind the key. Instantly, chaos erupts. A swarm of bees attacks Belle. He dies in his own trap. The house collapses. Fire spreads through the town. Hal and Pete barely escape. In the end, they decide to keep the monkey with them, believing that only under their watch can future destruction be controlled. But the final image chills the heart. A horseman, symbol of death, rides across the burning town. The curse is far from over.